So as I mentioned to you when we were down in front of the chateau, so Baron James, who's my ancestor, my great grandfather, acquired the estate in 1868, and so actually he died shortly after. He came one time for the harvest of 1868, and then sadly he died, and his widow spent her widow years here, and she's actually responsible for planting a lot of the oaks and of the forest that is behind the vineyards on the left, that you'll be able to see when we take the aperitif outside. So that's the beginning of our story. And since then we've traveled mostly in Bordeaux to discover extraordinary terroirs. One of them is Duarmilon, which we'll taste today, which is a little bit the sister of Lafite, an extraordinary place and a great terroir that was acquired by my great uncle in '61. Then Rieux-Sec in '62 actually, sorry. In Rieux-Sec in Sauternes, which we talked about a little bit. Paradis-Cassel at the same time in 1984. And then my father decided to travel abroad and to go to Chile, develop a project there with a Chilean family. Then we went to Pomerol, Château l'Évangile. I heard you visited Saint-Émilion and Pomerol yesterday. So we have the chance to have an estate on that side. In Languedoc in '99, we went to Argentina in '99, also the same year. And since then, more recently, we have developed a vineyard in China, and we acquired an estate in Chablis in 2024, so last year. Oh, wow. So that's a story. So I didn't know there was a picture of me.
Surprise.
So we can pass this picture. And then we go on to Louis.
So thank you very much, everybody, to coming. It's a real pleasure for us to have you today to explain and share with you what's going on in Paradis-Cassel. So you know this vineyard is located in Entre-deux-Mers, so between the Dordogne and the Garonne, the main river of the region. This appellation is big, and there is no Grand Cru, Premier Cru, like the other of Bordeaux. So the fact is to be a little bit different of our neighbor. The fact is we are working on the precision, like Saskia said, and we develop. If you come back, the previous one. So the vineyard starts. So when they bought Rieux-Sec and Paradis-Cassel at the same time, it was only 14 hectares. And year after year, we just increased by good opportunity to get some very good terroir. And the last 20 was a couple of years ago. And we are really pleased to have a different panel of terroir to make the most complexity of the wine at the end. So mainly, the terroir, the soil of Paradis-Cassel is clay, so clay and limestone. So we have on certain terroir a little bit of gravel like Lafite, but not like mainly is clay. So this soil is for us a really luck because it keeps the water, and global warming and the fact is for us, even on a very very hot summer, the vines carry on to keep the water and give us the best grapes we can. So we are a really small family in this big family, Paradis-Cassel, only 4 driver and 1 manual worker, of course, some seasonal worker, but
and you
and me. So, but this little family is really lucky to be in this big family of DBR, so we can enjoy a big department is the research and development. So we can enjoy all the studies and the experimentation they are making in Lafite, in l'Évangile, in Rieux-Sec. So we decided a couple of years ago to do the soil map of Paradis-Cassel to discover on what our vines are growing, So it was a little bit we didn't know before. So So this is a big work, and after this one, we are surprised to find very good terroir, and we thought, oh no, but this they planted the red wine. No, we need to put white wine, white vines. So that's the next project, and we are in is the big restructuration of Paradis Cassel. And you know, in Entre-deux-Mers, between the rows there is 3 meters. So like you have 1 meter here, so 3 times more. So we decide to just plant more closer the row of the vines, so 2 meters, and to make more competition between the vines, and like this the vines give the best grapes. And this watercolor is just representing all our plots. So you have the Garonne underneath. So this is the historical plot, Cassel, Paradis Cassel. And after we just bought a little bit more on the north to get cooler climate and very good exposition. So.
And have you ever been to Entre-deux-Mers? No. Well, next time you go to Bordeaux, you have to, because objectively it's one of the most beautiful regions of Bordeaux because it's very hilly. Here we talk about hills, but it's a small hill. If you go to this region, it's a little bit like Tuscany. You really have zones that have rolling hills, and you have the river, the Garonne in the back. It's a really beautiful area. And it's also an area where you can see the interaction between forests and nature. And it's really worth you guys going. And I think it really tells the story of Bordeaux, because as you know, it's Bordeaux today, and the wine world more generally is going through a big revolution, a little bit because people drink less, but they want to drink better. And in the Entre-deux-Mers, you have this still very family-driven viticulture that makes really qualitative wines, and that is trying to find new solutions. So you have also a lot of vignerons, a lot of winemakers who also are growing other cultures, who are making either herding animals, or they're doing different kinds of agriculture, of fruits. So you have really a kind of diversification of the agriculture in this area, so it's really worth going to see it next time.
So I think to talk about the wine, the best is to drink the wine. So we'll start the tasting. Glass 1 and 2, it will be a focus on Paradis Cassel. So we'll do the white of Paradis Cassel, then the red, and then we will move to Rio Sec, so the dry white of Rio Sec, and then the 2 reds of Pauillac, Duarmillon and Lafite. So I think the best is try the 2 Paradis Cassel, the white and the red. I will talk a little bit in the same time, but taste it, and it will be the best words for that.